Hello and a very warm welcome to a face from the crowd. How many of you have considered agriculture as a profession? Well, that is my favorite profession because that is a profession which actually brings food on your table. Well, while many of us look down upon agriculture, here is a proud agriculturist who is passionate about what she does. Before introducing you to our guest today, let me remind you to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Hit the like button, share the video as much as possible, and do not forget to follow us on Instagram at directfromheart.yt. Soumya is a very simple, timid, and shy person who comes from a rural background. And in spite of moving towards the city life, she is still rooted to agriculture. Her passion towards agriculture has made her take up a more commercial version of agriculture, and that is landscape designing. Well, what is landscape designing? So it is all about adding glamour to your garden, to your terrace gardens, or to your fields, maybe. That is what our guest Soumya does. Let's meet Soumya to know more about landscape designing, about agriculture, about her journey towards landscape designing, and why she is so passionate about agriculture, about plants, and why she loves nature so much. So here we go. Warm welcome to a face from the crowd, Soumya. So you are into so many things. You are an agriculturist. You are an what do you call it? A landscape entrepreneur, probably a Reiki therapist and an acupressure therapist. So many things in one bowl. How is that possible, Soumya?
Yeah, thank you, Sarna. Thanks for the opportunity. So, yeah, basically, I'm an agriculturist I'm a electronics engineer. Completed my graduation from BET College and worked as a training engineer in Bell and HAL. So,
Okay.
after marriage, I worked as a product engineer in PRDC. So I quit my
Okay.
job after kids coming from a farmer family and roots in village. So I could not keep myself away from the soil and plant. So I did a diploma course from the Horticulture Institute and a terrace garden course. So which
Okay.
helped me to start my first terrace garden.
Okay, okay. Wonderful, Soumya. Now, actually, when you talk about agriculture, I would like to know more about what you do in agriculture. What kind of crop do you have in your fields, and how difficult or how easy? Because these are the days when people are running away from agriculture, and you're still into it, I guess. As for what you say, you're still into it. So this is a very interesting thing and very close to my heart as well, because during many discussions with my students at times and with otherwise also, this is one topic where I always probably feel very close to the heart, because unless you have farmers and unless you have people producing the crop, you will not have food on your table, isn't it? But it is the most neglected one and the most looked down upon profession, I would say. So tell us a little about how you are handling agriculture and how you are able to manage everything well, and what crop do you have in your field?
My Yes, my place is near Mandya district. I'm from a village background. My parents are based in my village is called Rampura in Madur Taluk, Mandya district. So we have a farmland. Basically, from a generation, we are a farmers. So we at present we grow paddy, the ragi, and then banana, coconut, sugarcane. So, as you told, agriculture, if it is a passion, definitely will be able to enjoy. So, otherwise, it's a commercial wise. If you are taking in a commercial wise, it's very difficult to sustain because there will be a lots of hard work, the physical work, the commitment, the time, everything goes. But the output is depending upon the rain. yeah, depending upon the labors or depending upon the crop. So there will be a maybe ups and downs in every crop what we get in a final stage. So but I
Okay.
basically enjoy the agriculturist. I introduced to my kids also because basically they need to know how paddy is growing, how effort
Correct.
they are farmers, how they are putting effort, because they'll think
Correct.
okay, papa will get you something, will eat, will waste, will the money wise, the food wise, the people, the kids will, they need to understand the value of the even single grain, I feel.
Right, right. Very true. These days, kids conveniently, throw the leftover food into the dustbin. Actually, they don't know the value of food, the effort that goes behind in getting the food on the table. Actually, so that only a person from from an agriculture background would be able to understand. As you said, there's a lot of probably financial risk involved in agriculture, isn't it? That is the reason why people are probably leaving and moving towards the urban areas. But is there any solution, Soumya, where you can actually be commercially well off also and also can have a good crop? Is that possible at all? How have
No,
you people been sustaining?
definitely it's possible. So at present, in my village itself, people are following the old technologies or old cultivation methods, everything. So as India is growing, there are so many new techniques, new machines or new crops, or there will be so many research going on that. So
Correct.
they need to adopt that particularly. Even if I tell my father to go with the new menus, they'll hesitate to go with the new things.
Right.
So that's the
Okay.
main thing. Maybe people will guide them or educate our farmers to grow with the
Right.
new technologies, or then it will be
Right.
commercially by default, depending upon the effort. The commercial wise it's also be very good, but they have to farmers, they have to accept it, that's it.
Right, right. That is one thing I think. Another thing, maybe I don't know whether I'm correct, Soumya, but I feel actually somewhere even agriculturists, the farmers also probably should think like entrepreneurs. They should be able to think how to bring in, money into their business, how to market their produce. That is the main thing. I think that is where they are losing also at times. They have a very good crop, but they're not able to market it at times, isn't it?
Correct, correct. Actually, there are so many societies or the platforms are there, but in between the mediators are eating the lots of monies. So
Right.
people, because in our urban areas, in our cities, here there are so many opportunities. So to sell our village products, so kind of a
Correct.
thing. So then they have to use the platform, and they have to strong in a commercial wise also.
Yes, yes. Somewhere maybe people like you who have one leg in the city and one leg in the village should be able to do it, work it out better, I think, isn't it? You can easily find a market for your produce, I think. But people who are rooted to the villages, who do not very often come to the urban areas, may find it a little difficult.
No, maybe I feel, as I told you, I'm from a village, so I'm taking my village products. What we are special into it. Maybe you can take a cold press oil itself. So we have a
Oh,
cold press unit in my place. So we usually supply to our friends or families for their
right.
use. So we have to promote it. Anyone should be there, so or anyone has to take care the responsibility, or not in a commercial way in the initial stages, but to support, they have to be little bit invest time and effort, so then it will be a good output, yeah, good income for the farmers.
Correct, correct. Why don't you try online marketing actually? Soumya, you should. You can probably sell it on e-commerce platforms like Amazon or something. Maybe you'll get a good You can reach out to the larger market, even sitting in Bangalore or maybe sitting in the rural areas, you can market your produce to people who are very far off, maybe in Delhi or somewhere else also, isn't it?
Actually, we are planning
Uh-huh.
for a cold press unit, or so maybe we'll be having a unit itself in maybe in another 6 months, yeah, 1 year down the line.
Oh, okay, okay. Wonderful, wonderful. That's great.
So
So
basically,
now, yeah, go ahead.
the base or the ground we have to remember, or we have to follow all the time. So that's the main.
Right, right,
The
right.
route is main for us.
True, true. Actually, Soumya, I sometimes, when I think deeper into this, I get panicky. I feel at times the way people are, moving towards the urban areas, leaving agriculture. Someday we will not have food on our plate at all, I feel. So that's quite scary, actually.
Yes.
Yeah,
No, at
yeah.
present the younger generation, or maybe they are showing some interest, and they are buying land, and they are going towards that organic farming, or that the agriculture.
Hmm. Correct, correct.
Correct. People like you should be able to influence because you're already into it, Soumya. Because most often I think people think it's not so cool to be a farmer or not so cool to be into agriculture. But we have to show them that being in agriculture also you can be cool, actually, isn't it?
The only
Yeah,
main disadvantage, or what to say, the drawback is the people will think in a commercial way.
correct.
If I invest in a land, maybe around, if it is a 1 acre or 2 acre, what returns I'll get. If I invest
Yeah,
in a Bangalore or some city for a site, or any property, definitely in a 3 years or 4 years, minimum 50% the back
yes.
the amount will get. So that's the main problem in agriculture field.
Right.
Initial stages itself, they are looking for the returns.
Returns.
It
Mm.
will not going, it will never happen. So
I know.
otherwise, my parents are almost all farmers. So they'll be in a richer, maybe they'll be like a maybe equal to Ambani or something like that. But
Correct,
people are
correct.
still struggling. People are
Yeah,
still suiciding. There are so many
I know.
issues. Yeah, that's.
True, true.
True, true, true. Making it commercially viable is something that is very, very important, and people like you should be able to bring out a way out, actually, Soumya.
Definitely. We are now forming a society, maybe for coconut, tender coconut, jaggery.
Okay.
So, and for the we do the package, and we supply in urban areas. So,
Okay, okay, wonderful, wonderful. Now, from that extremely rural profession, Soumya, to this extremely urban profession of landscape designing, how did this journey happen, and what made you take up landscape designing and become a landscape entrepreneur?
so as I told you, I have completed my course in horticulture and in terrace garden. So I have
Okay,
started the gardening in a small in my terrace area. So
okay.
once into gardening, I got into the issues like pest, stunt growth, and soil issues, which are very common in a terrace garden, maybe in a
Right.
pot container gardens. So
Yes, yes.
I started scouting for organic pesticides and manures available in the market. So few
Okay.
were good, and most of them were ineffective. So,
Okay.
in this process, it happened to meet my guru, Dr. Srinivasa Raghavan, who mentored me and got me to the world of bio manure products. So it's
Okay.
maybe bio organic or bio manure products. Then I started experimenting with the products designed from him. So that the
Okay.
result, which gave me a great yield, and I was able to control the pest effectively and improvement in the yield. So
Right.
then this gave me a confidence to use the same products on a larger scale. So and I started
Okay.
working and using the products on my own field, where we grow paddy, ragi, and sugarcane. So the results were mind blowing.
Okay.
So then I
Great.
started suggesting these products to known people, so who are into organic farming or terrace gardening. So then we came out with a kit which we called as Sasya Shamale bio kit. It contains
Okay.
all the menus which requires for a terrace garden.
Okay.
So then slowly whatever the problems faced in a terrace garden, it started the overall confidence or the growth, the everything is boosted up. So then
Okay.
we packaged the everything and we promoted in
Okay.
exhibitions and events. There was a roaring success. So we have sold
Okay.
almost more than 1,000 plus kits.
Wow. So how much does each kit cost normally, and what all does the kit have, Soumya?
It actually in a two variant, a bio manure kit mini and by Sasi Shamale bio manure kit. It's normal. It's one for 50 pots and another is
Okay.
100 plus pots. So it
Oh, okay.
contains
Okay,
a
Govard.
vermicompost, Maha Chaitanya. It's a granules, and
Okay.
Aurva. It's a growth promoter. Aishani. It's a biofungicide, and Aghora is a biopesticide, and then Amogha is a liquid vermicompost. We have almost
Okay.
six products in that.
Okay, now the names seem to be very scary also, Amogha, this Agora, this somehow I think sounds like Agora. But where did you get these names from, and how did you come out with these products,
You
These
Soumya?
are
manufacture them?
no, as I told you, my guru Dr. Srinivas Raghavan, he is the manufacturer. So the
Okay.
names are completely designed by him. It's completely a Sanskrit name.
Okay, oh, okay, okay. Yeah, Amogha actually also means super, I think, isn't it? Ah, yes. Okay, okay. Correct, correct. Yeah, true. Very good, very good. That sounds interesting. Okay, so from being an agriculturist, Soumya, you say you come from a very humble background. How did you get this art of entrepreneurship? Because I think entrepreneurship by itself isn't very easy, isn't it? So, how did you get into entrepreneurship? How did you build your business?
Actually, before joining BNI, it's just a knowledge sharing or helping people to grow their own vegetables, kind of a thing. Then
Okay.
my husband's one of a friend, he introduced me to business network group. So that's called
Okay.
BNI. So then I have joined. At that time, I was very confused. So what is it that there are so many entrepreneurs? They are very good at their business or their work or their products. So how can I handle? That's the main question mark at that time. So slowly, the people in our group, they are very helpful, and they are supported me, and they are the maybe steps or supportive pillars for my business. So whatever the
Okay.
negatives or positives, they'll guide as a mentor. I'll definitely tell they are the mentors for myself and my business. So I
Okay.
definitely thank everyone in my group. So to support, but still they are supporting.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you have a beautiful group, I think, called the Business Network International. Okay, Business Network International. Fantastic. And you probably support each other. Yeah, this group of businessmen or entrepreneurs actually support each other in building their businesses.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
Okay.
That's very great. In fact, I think all those I think upcoming entrepreneurs also should know about this and should think about getting into some such groups so that they get aid from people. Because entrepreneurship isn't easy at all, isn't it? You need a lot of support from somewhere. Actually, you need people. You need networking, as you said. So I'm glad that you got all that support from BNI. I think.
Definitely. They are our members. They are like they are hand holding kind of a thing. They'll support, they'll introduce to their clients. So like that itself, I have executed almost so many projects in through BNI reference itself. Thank you to my friend, mentor Sahana, and Kalyan, who introduced me to this group, and Nitin sir, Jayesh, Sethuram sir, and Prasanna sir, for giving me the opportunity, and like that only I got the marigold order. So through Prasanna, so I must say thank you to Prasanna Ramegowda.
Yeah. I know, I know. I think it's a very good opportunity to thank all those people who held your hand also while your growth.
Not only these people, not only these people, but there are all members. They are very good at their heart, so they'll definitely they supported me in the initial stages. So I'm very lucky to say I'm in this group.
So now, how is your landscape designing doing? How many projects do you have in hand, and how well are you doing established in landscape designing? So,
Once I started with the terrace gardening, slowly my client itself, they wanted me to expand my business, maybe like a terrace garden to some smaller scale project like that. So initial stages we used to get around 600 square foot projects, yeah, 1,000 square foot landscaping projects. So here at present, yeah, in my hand I have a Marigold International School landscaping project is going on. It's around 10 acres plot. So with irrigation and landscaping, we are executing this.
okay, irrigation and landscaping. Do you also beautify it in the process of landscaping? I mean, 10 acres is too big to beautify. Do you also?
Yeah, definitely. So there will be a design particular plant. So the suggestion, that execution of the plant, we suggest, and till the execution will completely take care.
Okay, after that it's their maintenance, is it? Or do you have something called AMC, annual maintenance?
Yes, we have a AMC also. So if for a smaller area, we'll guide them because there will be some maintenance guy, or maybe maid, or some take carers. We'll guide them in a simpler way. So if a client wants to do as a AMC, definitely we are able to give them a service.
Okay, wonderful. The growth has been really phenomenal, I think, Soumya Parekh, from a really very timid and shy personality to now you becoming an entrepreneur. I think the journey has been quite interesting, I would say. Okay, and in between, I also hear you are into acupressure therapy and Reiki therapy. How did this happen, and do you really practice them still, or are they somewhere buried?
No, once I got married and kids, I usually I'm very less focused about shopping. So that gossiping I don't like. So I usually try to learn a new things. So whatever I feel okay, I'll do that. So I know stitching, or I know terracotta jewelry making, and I know that bonsai garden. I know knitting. So in between, I learned Reiki. So Reiki and self hypnosis, and the same thing acupressure also. So I usually daily I practice acupressure. So Reiki also I'll practice. So for my family or for my problems, I'll definitely take a self treatment.
Oh, okay. But nothing to, you don't do it for others, is it?
No, if anyone, it's not, maybe I'm not shared with anyone. Maybe if anyone personally knows and ask me, definitely I'm doing it.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So that is also another profession in line, I guess.
At present, it's just a hobby and it's just an in-house profession.
Okay. And you said self hypnosis, Soumya. What is that? That sounds interesting.
Self hypnosis in the Reiki, and with the Reiki itself, they'll teach a self hypnosis to calm ourselves and to heal ourselves, to heal our aura itself. So we practice self hypnosis.
Okay. Do
So
you
to
do
be
that?
away from the negative energy.
Yeah, of course. I know you need that actually. True. And that's interesting actually. Do you hypnotize?
Also.
No, we are not. I'm not certified for hypnotize. Only self hypnosis. That's it.
Only. Okay. Okay.
Myself.
Must be helping you a lot, no? So
Definitely to handle the pressure, or maybe actually I have two kids. One, he is in 9th standard, and another, she is in 7th standard. So managing kids, they are in a entering into a teenager teenaging stage though.
Correct.
Then their questions, their commitment, their reading. So managing everything, definitely it's a big task. So
I know.
I know. It is definitely a big task. Kids can be quite a challenge actually.
but at my home, both are very supportive. So
Uh,
three are very
sweet.
supportive, so that I can able to go out and finish my work and come peacefully. So and
I know that is maybe because you are yourself a Reiki healer and you're practicing self hypnosis. People see you. I mean, the family members also, your sons and your husband probably see you, and they also learn something from you. I guess kids, especially, I think we don't know it somewhere, but they observe the mother very closely, and more or less, very often they are a reflection of the mother.
yes, 100%.
So if you have good kids, it means you are yourself a very poised and a very stable person, and that's why your kids are all also turn out to be like that. They are a reflection of the mother very often.
Maybe I'm following my parents. So how to behave in a society, or committed, so
Correct.
towards everything, because we are from a poor background, so definitely every uh, paisa or every grains, it matters. So that's the
Correct.
main reason I feel.
Correct. That's true. Now, agriculture versus landscaping, Soumya, which do you enjoy more, and which is more closer to your heart? I would say.
Actually, both are interrelated, I feel. So both we are playing with the plants itself. So landscaping means it's a completely commercial wise. So agriculture, it's a effort, and maybe after 6 months we'll get a result, or the whatever the commercial part. So as a agriculturist by default, the route, definitely I'll enjoy. I proud to say I'm agriculturist. So I'm very proud to say I'm agriculturist. So in a landscaping, definitely I'll enjoy with the landscaping, because there are so many varieties of plants in our, maybe in a universe. I may
Correct.
call. So if we didn't know the each and individual plant, it has a life, and they'll respond to us. So whatever the project I'll execute, I'll tell every customer, sir, it's like a baby only. You have to take care. So it's like a maybe pet dog, or something like that. You have to be committed, or otherwise you don't go for a garden. It's not in the commercial part. I'll directly say, if you want a garden, then you have to be committed daily for a 15 to 20 minutes. Otherwise, no, sir. Then my name will go away. Soumya, she came and she done the complete gardening, that the plants are not growing, something like that. No. If you are committed, then you go for a garden. So
Yeah.
definitely I'll enjoy the both part. In landscaping, I used to meet, or it happened to meet so many new persons, or maybe families. There are lots of learning, not only in the plants. I'll suggest the plants, but apart from that, I learned lots of maybe mannerism or maybe the overall whatever the positive I'll take care, and I'll take and I'll adopt for myself for the better growth.
I know. That's so nice. That's something that people have to remember, that life is a process of learning. I think we all learn continuously, from people around us, from every person we meet. In fact, there is something to learn actually, and very inspiring. In fact, you were saying you are proud to be an agriculturist, and I'm proud to introduce you to our audience today, actually, Soumya, because agriculture is something that is very close to my heart too. In fact. So I'm very proud to introduce you and very proud to have you on the show also. But before we wind up, Soumya, one last message that you would like to give to the audience, to people around. What would you say about agriculture, about plants, whatever would you would like to tell people around?
Okay, so whatever the work we are into, we have to enjoy it to the extent. So whatever the maybe gain or loss, so we have to accept it and move forward. So at present there will be maybe some we are lagging behind, or we are losing something. Definitely after some time it will be a definitely want to double gain or want to double growth. So we have to be patient, and we have to be consistent and persistent in the particular field, and we have to take it forward.
Yeah, very true. Very well said, actually, Soumya. That was a very good winding up note, I would say. I think that is applicable to everything. Though I felt that you were indicating towards the farmers, but the agriculturists. But I think it is applicable to everything, isn't it? For every field, in fact. Very true. Very well said, Soumya. Thank you for being on the show. It was great talking to you, and I hope that this video will help at least a few people to get motivated to take up agriculture. Though, of course, landscaping is one thing, both are, of course, quite good, but for me, agriculture is more closer to my heart. So, I would actually, I think, suggest people to think about ways and means of marketing your agricultural produce. I wouldn't tell that you have to lag behind, or to face losses, but try to get the maximum out of whatever crop you have, for which I think our farmers need to be more informed.
Correct.
Isn't it?
100% true. You are 100% true. Actually, younger generation, they have to be bit committed or responsible towards their parents' growth, or that supportive. And
Correct.
because at present the younger generation is very fast forwarding, so they can use their intelligence or they're open minded to towards the agriculture, and they can definitely they can make this to happen. Yes.
Correct, correct. All their smartness should be put into, bringing this forward, actually. What you said is absolutely right. We think that it is great to give our children gadgets and make them play around with the gadgets, but I think this is more important, actually, being to the roots. Very well said. Thank you, Soumya, for being on the show.
It was
Thank you,
great
Swarna.
having
Thank
you.
you for the opportunity. So this is my first ever interview. So thanks a lot. I'm very kind of you. Thank you.
Oh no, it's my pleasure. It has been my pleasure, Soumya, and I'm sure you will have to give many more such interviews. This is just a small one, You're going to give bigger interviews
So
to bigger
hopefully,
TV channels.
thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Swarna.
So that was Soumya for all of you. I hope you loved listening to her and you did get inspired about taking up agriculture. At least think about it. At least don't look down upon the farmers who bring your meal on the table every single day. As she rightly says, please do not waste food. This was the message that Soumya wanted to give to all of us. And as she rightly says, be passionate, be steady, be determined about whatever you're doing. You may have ups and downs, but success is inevitable if you are determined. So if you did like the video, please do not forget to hit the like button, share the video as much as possible, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do subscribe. Your subscriptions are important to us. Stay tuned for our further videos. Bye bye and see you soon.